You know, maybe it's my fault. Little backstory about myself. I watch a good amount of anime. I mean, not good, a lot of anime. I watch a lot of anime. And never once have I looked up the studio or known the studio beforehand. It never really intrigued me. All I know was I see the Funimation little logo pop up or the little Crunchyroll label pop up, and I'm like, alright, time to watch the show. Like I'm sure everyone has done. And I figured if the anime was bad, it was just because it was based off some bad source material, or later I would discover sometimes it was the studio's fault for taking on a project outside of its scope. And what I mean by that is some studios specialize in harem animes, some in action adventure, and others specialize in stuff like socializing elves. And the root cause for most bad anime that you see nowadays is when one of those studios or another type of studio goes outside their expertise to try to animate. Well, that's like 40%. 10% is the source material is just horrible, and the other 50%, the studio is absolute garbage at animation. And I would have never known this if it wasn't for the beginning of the anime coming out. Now, prior to this anime coming out, I was singing its praises because I was reading the manga or the webtoon for it, and I was like, hey, this show has a chance, if done right, emphasis on if done right, had a chance to be anime of the year, like Solo Leveling season 2. That's so old news. Fire Force season 3. Yeah, baby, next time, pal. This year is for the beginning after the end. And oh boy, was I wrong. And I just want to say, I sincerely apologize to those two shows. I just knew beginning after the end was due for a takeover. Reading the manhwa every week, picturing, oh, I can't wait till this scene gets animated. This scene gets animated. It's going to be wonderful. That's originally why I even picked up the manhwa, because I found out it was getting animated. I was like, let's see what it's talking about, because my coworker recommended it to me. And it was amazing, the webtoon, not the anime. We're gonna get into that. And I should have did a little more research when I was gathering the details. I probably wouldn't even read the webtoon if I knew the studio that was involved in it, or I had done any research on the studio that was involved with the making of the show, and Studio 8-Cat, the whole inspiration for this video. Quite possibly the worst studio to ever exist. Count your fucking days. At least bottom 3. I don't know any other bad studios off the top of my head. I just got into this whole studio thing, and after this 3 episodes releasing from the anime, I'm very comfortable in saying that this show is dead. The motion in this show is horrendous, and I originally wasn't familiar with the work of this studio, so I didn't know what to expect. But boy, I wasn't expecting this. All the characters feel dead, not dead in the little sense like they look dead. It's just like they feel emotions like toys. They don't even feel like alive people. I know as an anime, it's not gonna be too live actiony, but they just look dead. They just look still images. Like they just screenshots with transition. And when it's not the screenshots, it's horrible CGI. I've never been a big fan of CGI. I mean, when done right, I don't mind it because I can't really notice it like in Baki or in One Piece. You don't really notice the CGI, or when you do notice it, you don't really mind it. But that's not the case here. The CGI is horrible. You can tell it's CGI immediately, and it look like shit. And it's most prevalent in this recent episode 3, where I shit you not, for like 14 minutes out of this 22-minute episode, it just pans back from a screenshot that they animated the mouth on to a horribly CGI character. It just screenshot to CGI, and it just looks horrible. The background looks terrible. I know it's a cave, you can't really do much with a cave, but the cave looks dead as well. I don't know, it's hard to explain. It just, the whole show looks like it should never been created. Then I started to do my research, like, how did this show fail? How did this manhwa fail? It checks all the boxes. It's cool characters, yeah. Good action and power system, yeah. Decent to great story. Not great, but good story. Yeah, I mean, by all indications, this at least can be a decent show. Like, how did this studio even get this project? And I found out the creator picked it. I don't know if he took any money under the table or what. I looked in his dead eyes and I can see he didn't care for this project, but I just thought it was just me. Now, he did say on the record, quote, they knew and were passionate about the project, and I thought that was going to be a good thing, but there was clearly no passion in this project, And judging by the changes they made, they didn't know the story. And just looking at their catalog, I wouldn't even trusted their words. I mean, this series like Frame Arm Girls, she professed herself pupil of the wise man, and Battle Game in 5 seconds, draw in the creator. Did he see those projects and his mind was just blown? I mean, all their anime grades are mid or slightly not mid. I mean, the highest score across all the animes they have ever created is a 6.75. And I know that number is inflated because the beginning after the end, after 3 episodes, has a score of 5.81. And I can tell you right here, there's nothing to like about this show to even get it past a 3. So I know those numbers are quite inflated. I don't know how they're doing it, but they're doing it. Maybe they're buying it. That show is not to even cross the realm of anything higher than a 3. So the way it got a ranking of a 5, there's clearly foul play in this one. It stands to reason that it's clearly foul play in the other rankings. So even the rankings are being tampered with to make this company even seem slightly competent to what they really are, which they clearly aren't. And originally when I was thinking about the creator before I saw he actually picked the studio, I was like, dang, he got scammed. He gave his project to a company and they just threw it away to the wolves. Like an anime like A Sister Is All You Need. Now, don't judge the title. It's actually a pretty good show. But in that show, there was a manga artist who had his work, or his or her work, I can't remember who it was, but they had their work animated and it was horrible, but they had no creative vision. They didn't have any control over that situation. And I originally thought that was the situation here. But to find out the creator actually handpicked this studio, I was thrown into dismay. So you willingly destroyed your own vision. You willingly destroyed any hopes of this show taking off. And that's when I felt less bad about the creator. Like, I felt I didn't have any sympathy for him. Like I tried to with that enemy excuse, like maybe he got duped, but nah. I got no sympathy for this guy. I said this on Twitter, but I'm gonna put it in video form. I pray every day that Studio A-Cat goes bankrupt. But that's all for today. Thanks for listening to my little rant about the worst studio ever. If you like the video, hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment on some other bad studios, or times your heart were broken by bad studios. And other than that, have a blessed one.